Why are some people quietly magnetic, while others scream for attention and still go unnoticed? Why do the most attractive individuals seem to operate by an entirely different set of rules? And why is it that true attraction rarely has anything to do with looks and everything to do with energy? Welcome to StoicDraft, where we uncover the kind of attractiveness that doesn't fade with time, 'cause it's built on character, not charm. Here are 7 habits that make you truly attractive, not to everyone, but to the right ones. 1. You speak less, but with purpose. In a world addicted to over-explaining, the one who pauses before he speaks carries weight. He isn't rushing to fill silence. He uses it as strategy. The Stoic knows that words are like currency. The rarer, the more valuable. Seneca said, "Speech that's restrained has more force." When you speak with intention, when your words are calm and few, people listen not out of politeness, but out of curiosity. You become the person they lean in to hear. 2. You walk away instead of begging for clarity. Attractive people know their value. Someone disrespects, manipulates, or ghosts them. They don't chase. They observe, and they exit. They don't need closure. Their peace is self-regulated. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." You don't fight for attention. You remove yours. That shift from neediness to sovereignty is magnetic. When you walk away instead of clinging, people feel the gravity of your absence. 3. You're calm in a world that's always triggered. Everyone's reacting. Everyone's offended. But you're still. The Stoic doesn't panic at insults. He doesn't collapse at delay or disagreement. He remains grounded because he trained for discomfort. He expected difficulty, Epictetus said. It's not events that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. When people see that you don't flinch, they start asking, what does he know that I don't? And that curiosity, that calm power, it's irresistible. 4. You're unavailable to drama. There's a confidence in selective silence. In the refusal to gossip, to react, to play the emotional games. While others fight for the last word, you walk away with the last laugh. Your refusal to engage in chaos isn't because you're cold. It's because you've seen what peace costs, and you've decided to keep it. The less you engage in pettiness, the more others begin to protect your energy, even when you're not around. 5. You dress like you respect yourself, not for trends, not for praise, but because you understand presentation is philosophy. A Stoic dresses not to impress, but to express discipline. Clean, sharp, purposeful. You become attractive not through fashion, but through form, through the way you carry yourself. People notice when you treat yourself with quiet dignity. It forces them to consider your standard. 6. You pursue mastery, not attention. Attractive people aren't constantly available. They're not endlessly online, endlessly responding. Tia, era, building, learning, honing. Seneca wrote, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." Focus is sexy. Purpose is magnetic. When you're obsessed with growth, people become obsessed with your presence because it's rare, okay? And we're wired to desire what is rare. 7. You carry pain, but you don't perform it. Everyone's been hurt, okay? But not everyone transforms that pain into presence. Attractive people don't complain. They convert. They don't leak pain. They refine it. You can feel it in their tone, their posture, their calm. They've been through something, right? But instead of letting it define them, they let it polish them. Pausanias Rufus said, "We should discipline ourselves in small things, and from there gain the strength to face the large." You're attractive, not because life was easy for you, but because you didn't let it break you. The habits that make you attractive are not loud. They're not found in quick fixes or surface tricks. They're earned in silence, certitude, and self-respect, because real attraction isn't about being seen, it's about being felt. If this message reminded you that your value is in who you're becoming, not who's watching. Like it. Share it with someone building quietly. Okay, and subscribe to StoicDraft, where power is built in stillness and magnetism starts within. Stay sharp. Stay rare. Stay stoic. When you speak less, but with precision, people begin to fill in the gaps. With respect, they assume depth where others offer noise. It's not that you're withholding, it's that you've outgrown the need to explain yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. Walking away doesn't mean you're giving up, it means you've seen enough. You don't chase because you've replaced validation with vision. And nothing is more attractive than a person who doesn't ask for attention, yet commands it with their absence. Calmness isn't apathy, it's preparation. You're calm because you've faced your darkness. You've endured storms, so small winds don't move you anymore. That calm becomes a kind of gravity. People don't just see it, they feel safer in it. Avoiding drama isn't avoidance, it's elevation. It's knowing that your energy is limited and is too valuable to waste on people who want to pull you into their emotional playground. When you stop giving responses to nonsense, your peace becomes undeniable, and so does your power. Style isn't luxury, it's clarity. When you dress with care, you show the world you're not here by accident. You've prepared, chosen, and presented. And people begin to treat you with the same intention you show yourself. Pursuing mastery means your time is expensive. You're not online for every notification. You're not available for every invitation, because you're sculpting something timeless. And that dedication becomes visible, even when you're not trying to be seen. Everyone has pain, but few people carry it with elegance. Most display their wounds, but you've healed, not by forgetting, but by facing it. And now, your presence speaks. You don't brag about your scars. You radiate from them. There's something compelling about a person who doesn't need to speak loudly to be respected. When your presence enters the room before your words do, you've crossed into rare energy. That's not charisma. That's inner order. Most people chase validation as if it's proof of worth, but the attractive ones, they validate themselves in silence. They know that the moment you need approval, you start negotiating with your own value. Then the truly magnetic don't bargain, they broadcast. Even your posture tells a story. Shoulders, back, eyes, calm, breath deep. You show the world you're not in flight, not in fight. You're centered, present, engaged. That kind of physical composure can't be faked. It must be earned in the gym of solitude and discipline. Every habit that builds real attraction stems from one route: self-respect. Not ego, not arrogance, but the quiet conviction that you don't need to perform to deserve space. That is what the world feels, that is what they follow. Attractiveness that lasts isn't about tactics, it's about alignment. It's about showing the world that your habits are reflections of your principles, that you've stopped asking for attention and started commanding respect. 'Cause in a world addicted to noise, your discipline is magnetic, your stillness is rare, your self-possession is unforgettable.